Yo, what's up guys? Teacher Paul here, and today we are reacting to an Aussie quest. This is from Aussie Deb, who says, and now for some Bob Hope humor with some other famous golden oldies. This is great. Thank you so much, Aussie Deb, for requesting this, and let's check this out. The name of the video is Bob Hope Insults Frank Sinatra, Tony Bennett, and more. Okay, let's check it out.
Hey, you know, Don Rickles thinks that he invented the insult, but I've been getting insulted since my earliest days in show business, and I have the reviews to prove it.
The reviews?
Put together a few of the barbs that have been thrown at me over the years. I think you'll enjoy it. I've been looking at this segment all week. It's cheaper than shock treatments.
What?
Will you give me an A, please, if you don't mind?
Let me continue with my act. I appeal to you as a friend.
So this is the best of Bob Hope, maybe?
You know something? I figured out your style. You work just like Gregory Peck.
Yeah, well, Gregory Peck is no comedian.
Give me an A.
Tony, you know, you're known as a comedian and I'm a comedian, but in the field of comedy, we're about as far apart as two people can get.
Well, it's very nice of you to say that, Bob.
Thank you. I happen to be a world-famous comedian.
Miles Mabley. I didn't recognize you with your teeth in.
You mean to tell me you own this place? I sure do, and it didn't come cheap. I had to pay through the nose.
I had to pay through the nose?
It's nice of the man to wait that long for his money. Now look, pay
Wait,
attention.
what?
The big brown...
Some of these jokes are just going past my head. I think maybe it's they're referencing something which I need to know beforehand. Feels like I'm listening into an inside joke though. I know the first one he compared to someone who's not a comedian. So it's kind of like, oh, you're as funny as that guy who's not a comedian, something like that. But you know, some of them, like, I don't know who they're referencing.
Now look, pay attention. The big brown cow hangs upside down.
The milk falls mainly on the cow.
What?
I'm not saying what I'm saying.
You're not getting any laughs.
Wow.
No, Professor, I've come to the conclusion that you're the cream of the idiots.
Thanks, sugar.
I'll tell you one thing, Bob. Living next door to you sure makes me miss my old neighborhood.
Where was that?
Next to the monkey yard at Griffith Park Zoo.
Dang, that was cold. Tony Bennett,
You
rest in
grabbed a
peace.
slew of gold records in your great career, and you're always way up there in the charts. What's your secret?
Well, there's no secret, Bob. I just stick to the good old standards. People never get tired of hearing familiar things they've heard 1,000 times, but I don't have to tell you that.
Why does Bob Hope look like the Godfather? That was uncalled for, by the way.
You got more laughs with your sax than I got with my jokes. Actually, I was just learning to tell jokes in those days.
Bob, I finally learned to play the sax.
Wow.
Well, I don't know.
Dang, these are what you call quips, right? Pay through the nose usually means it costs a whole lot. Ah, okay. Yeah, I didn't know that expression. So the joke was he had to pay through his nose, and then it took a long time. So it means he has a big nose. Okay. I didn't get that. Okay, I got that. Okay, pretty cool. Let's keep going.
How you women stand it.
Why? What do you mean?
Well, the mud packs, facials, massages, hours under the hair dryer. It's ridiculous.
You're so right. By the way, Antoine said to say hello to you.
Television is a 21-inch parking lot for used comedians.
Surely, George, you don't think of me as used.
Well, frankly, I hardly ever think of you at all.
Wow. Dang.
No, I don't understand. You're a singer, and Joey Lewis, one of our great comedians. Why
Frank
didn't they
Sinatra.
hire a comedian to play the part?
What's it to you? I want you to know what a
What?
privilege it is to appear with you here tonight. You've always been to me one of the greatest talents I've ever seen.
Well, thank you very much, Troy.
And I wish that my mother and father could have been here because, well, they feel the same way.
Oh, thank you. That's very nice.
And my grandmother and grandfather.
Oh wow.
I'm a nature lover.
The dude called him
Would you like to see my
old
rock collection?
in so many ways.
Don't open up your head just for me.
Hi, Blank. Oh man, I missed that last one. Let's go again.
Would you like to see my rock collection?
Don't open up your head just for me.
Open up your head? What?
What is it you want? Well, I'm taking over, you know. I'm replacing you.
You, the new coach?
Absolutely.
I can't believe it. It's like replacing Air Force One with a skateboard.
You remind me of someone, but I
I
can't
know
think
her,
of
I
who.
think.
Everyone says that, you know. You're fully dressed, they think I'm Paul Newman. But in my swim trunks, I remind them of Reynolds.
Really?
Yeah.
Bert or Debbie?
Burt Reynolds. I think I got that joke. Debbie Reynolds.
Well,
Okay. I get it. Because, okay. Yeah, I got it. Okay. Rocks in his head means he has no brains. Yeah, I got that part. Yeah. That one I got. Hi, Blank from India. Thank you so much for joining. Debbie
Well.
Reynolds.
What do you think?
I think I'll buy an electric blanket.
Wow. To keep her warm. Because he's not the one who's doing
I
it.
just can't wait to see Debbie Reynolds. She's so beautiful and she can dance and sing.
I can't wait to hear Bob Hope's jokes. He'll be brilliant.
Now, you see, there's the difference between you and me, Father. I'm expecting entertainment and you're expecting miracles.
Wow. So he's kind of like roasting himself. So he's the first person probably to roast himself. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so some of the jokes, I feel like it is it's how do you call it? It's not regional. When you're talking about time, at the time things like were different, expressions were different, or maybe expressions are still the same, but there are some expressions that I couldn't, like, I have never heard of, like buying through your nose, those type of things. Contextual maybe is the word I'm looking for, but it feels like most of them were inside jokes. I got that he was getting roasted a lot there. I do think it was scripted though, but you know, these are quips, like quick responses, and it was interesting. And some of them, when I understood them, they were funny. So I'm sorry. It's just that it's hard to keep up when like you don't know. Like when he talked about Debbie Reynolds, I know the name, but I can't quite figure it out. They talked about Antoine. They talked about a few people that I kind of like, I don't know. So some of the jokes were lost on me, unfortunately. This had been in hysterics the other night. Oh, this had been hysterics. Oh man, I wish I could understand more of the jokes. You know, I need to know who some of the people are before that. But what I could understand most of the time is that they really roasted Bob Hope, saying that he's not a good comedian. That's basically most of the jokes were that he's not that funny, you know, which is funny because it's ironic, it's sarcastic, and everybody were in laughs right there. But that's pretty cool. Thank you so much for showing me this, and we need to do more jokes, you know, more comedy videos. This was nice. Bob Hope, I can't say I knew him before, you know, before your requests, Deb. I know the name, but I feel like I know the name just because of a Simpsons meme. I think he was on The Simpsons. But in any case, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video. Go over to Twitch or click over here. Take care. Bye-bye.